Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in on a Saturday. We're very excited about a new market, a new territory itself, which we're entering into. This reminds us a year back when we entered Hosur. Not many people knew about Hosur and how things have changed for us from a business standpoint. We already own close to about 18 lakh square feet in Hosur, and it's becoming the hottest destination. Likewise, as a company, as a part of our acquisitions team, we keep focusing on what could be the next growth market and where we should start investing early on and ensure we continue to own more in that area, which could be a great growth story for our investors in future potential value appreciation altogether. So Jaipur is one, and I'll take you guys through in this entire webinar. What is the opportunity all about? Why are we so excited about, and why you as investors, can make the most of it from a return standpoint. Great. So the investment highlight: we are investing in a park called as Mahindra World City. Mahindra World City is a pretty evolved park. It's about 3,000 acres. What we are investing is about an 88,000 square feet manufacturing cum warehousing facility. Valued at about 20.9 crores. We have a 9-year lock-in, 9-year lease with the tenant. We are hitting an entry cap of 9.5 with the top-up. And with a conservative IRR, we can be at about 12 to 13% from an IRR return standpoint. Now, I'm sure people who have invested in the past or you've participated, we are very gung-ho over the India manufacturing, the whole Make in India opportunity. And there's tremendous amount of activity happening as we speak. As much as you're not seeing in newspaper, you'd have heard for that matter, a lot of action is happening. I've repeated in for that matter. We are very bullish about this space and with the long kind of lock-ins which you get with such tenants and the enormous amounts of lands which we get, this is the best part from an investment standpoint, which we are very excited about. And the idea is to go across India and start creating a diversified portfolio for our investors. So manufacturing is going to be the next big thing. It is already, and it's going to continuously keep happening. Whether you're seeing iPhones being manufactured completely in India, 4 factories already, or multiple other things which you're going to see, which is going to get announced as we speak, or the entire electric vehicle itself happening, is the next big thing from a manufacturing standpoint in India. But apart from that, we are, why manufacturing is also not just for exports, but we are the 3rd largest consumer market. This is what sometimes people forget when they were buying from China. I remember going and attending a conference with CI for doing business with China back 3 years back. And, there was a question raised, how many people do business with China? I think 9 out of 10 people raised their hands in the conference room and said, yeah, we do business with China. But then the question was flipped again. How many of you sell things to China rather than buying things from China? And it was only one who raised their hands and said, I sell things to China as well. So that is what it is. Likewise for India, there is as much as we can be a manufacturing destination and export, but we are a large consumer market, and there's a lot of money flowing into the economy as well. And also at the same time with e-commerce and digital payments, it's only going to keep growing from where we are today for that matter. Obviously, key growth drivers, is our fast consumer economy. The whole direct-to-consumer concept is picking up in a big way. Demand for e-commerce is growing day by day. Alternative to China as a business continuity management for a lot of clients, and obviously government's entire investment in infrastructure. So one thing which government is doing very proactively, and as us as opportunistic investors, we should make the most, is government is going to invest heavily into infrastructure and these industrial parks for that matter, because that's what is going to create a lot of employment. The last opportunity which we own, microplastics, as much as returns are great, etc. What is exciting to us is it's going to create jobs for 3,000 women in that park which we have owned, only our microplastics franchise. Likewise, we are creating a lot of job employment for a lot of people, with our investments which we're making as well. Now, Rajasthan, as people are aware, people I think know for 2-3 reasons. One is textiles, second is furniture, third is minerals. All the marbles and a lot of minerals are there for that matter. But funnily enough, it is close proximity to 4 large states which accommodate 40% of India's population. And it's right in the center, as like what Bangalore is right in the center from Tamil Nadu, from Andhra Pradesh, from Telangana, for Karnataka, as well as for Kerala. Likewise, Jaipur is for the surroundings, whether it's Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, NCR, UP, as well as Haryana for that matter, right? So that is where you see a lot of activity happening. The Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor passes through Rajasthan itself, which means a lot of activity is happening on that road. And a part of that road is also a part of the Golden Quadrilateral, what Rajasthan has access to. So excellent infrastructure, the national highway, NH48, which is there in that thing. But as much as speaking on Rajasthan, but it is the second largest mineral producing, one of the most prominent furniture markets. Whether you buy anything, multiple products of Urban Ladder, Pepperfry, etc., are all sourced from Jodhpur, from Jaipur. These are those markets from where it's happening, and so tremendous amount of exports happen from that market for our investors. Now, growth drivers for Rajasthan is of two folds. One, which is massive potential for solar and windmill energy because of obviously the arid area as it is for that matter. But point is, most of the solar investments are happening in Rajasthan in a big way. The potential of labor pool, which is in abundance and cheap, is and young at the same time, is also an availability. RICO, which is Rajasthan Industrial and Investment Corporation Limited, are doing a lot of activities to ensure manufacturing destination Rajasthan is also considered, apart from just being a tourism destination. So hence, in that regard, through the DRIP policy, 100% exemption on stamp duty is provided to an investor. I mean, for anybody who's picking up electricity duty, rebate on power tariff, land taxes, etc., exemption for 7 years, and multiple other things. But what is the most exciting thing is the whole single window clearance, what is being proposed by the Rajasthan government, is that for any factory to set up, it is literally one window they need to take a clearance, and it's 3 to 7 days at max, where anyone can plug and play and start their entire factory. So that is what Rajasthan is promoting a lot. And for MSMEs, they can start developing the factory and start working for 3 years. They don't need any approvals, right? These are kind of rebates what Government of India, along with Rajasthan government, is providing to ensure they can attract a lot of foreign manufacturing companies to Rajasthan and start, building their manufacturing destinations over here. So location, as much as I've told you, Jaipur, as much as a pink city, people are aware of it being as one of the most prominent tourist destinations, is a part of 3 corridors: the north-south corridor, the east-west corridor, and the Golden Quadrilateral, and is going to be the smart city as well very soon. So advantages are multifolds. The impeccable social infrastructure which it has, multiple colleges, schools, etc. I'm sure you guys know that highest number of CAs, ICWS CSs are from Rajasthan as well at the same time. So that's an amazing thing for companies to get that kind of financial capabilities from an accounting standpoint. Infrastructure is one of the best in the countries. The park where we're investing, the airport is just about 15-20 kilometers, and it takes you only 20 minutes to reach with the kind of infrastructure it has. And it is a part of the DMIC, which is the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor. So hence, on the go, there is a lot of advantage. So Jaipur to Delhi is hardly about 2 to 3 hours from a road journey standpoint. Again, close proximity to markets is also a very important thing. New snippets of just Jaipur market. As much as I told you, a lot of activities happening. Saint-Gobain is investing heavily in that in Jaipur right now. RICO is developing more parks in that area. Energy being one of the biggest markets over there. A lot of installation for 500 megawatt power to electric mobility, etc., is all what Jaipur is attracting as we speak. So as investors, we have to be opportunistic, be in those growth areas, growth markets, so that we can have a massive upside when we're looking at exiting maybe 5 or 10 years from now from our opportunities. So the location, like I said, we are investing in a park called as Mahindra World City, which is a 3,000 acre park. It is pretty much on the Golden Quadrilateral itself, on the way to the Delhi Ajmer Expressway. That's where it is, and it's close proximity to the outer ring road what Jaipur has. At the same time, and like I said, the airport, as you guys can see, is close to about just 15 to 20 kilometers from our property as well. So for connectivity wise, whether it's for supply chain or anything for that matter, it's in fantastic location from all sides. Now, Mahindra World City, let me give you a little background about Mahindra World City itself. It's a concept by Mahindra Group from Anand Mahindra itself, the stalwart industrialist, a visionary industrialist, with the intent of making India a world-class industrial destination. So in total, they have close to about 5,000 acres in India, spread across 4 locations. Chennai, where they have 1,500 acres plus 600 acres, Ahmedabad and Jaipur, which is the largest, which is 1,500 acres. All the parks which they do is in partnership with the government, so that single window clearances with SEZ capability, so that companies can just do plug and play. Approvals can be easier, water, electricity, etc., given at subsidized prices, etc., which attracts more and more companies into the places. So I'll speak about Chennai first, so that people are, because this is one of the most evolved Mahindra World cities, which is there as a model township which they've created, and is fantastic from a thriving industrial destination. It has 3 SEZs and 1 domestic tariff area, 65 factories right now. It's a public-private partnership with Mahindra and TIDCO, which is Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation, and is the fourth best city to live in from an India standpoint, and has created more than 25 to 50,000 jobs. It has the BMW factory, Timken's factory, Fujitex factory, WAPCO. It has Infosys campus, Wipro, and Capgemini, all in that 1,500-acre campus what Mahindra has built, apart from townships, etc., which exists as well. Just few images of Mahindra World City, Chennai, how it was and how it has evolved. Likewise, we are confident that Mahindra World City, Jaipur, is also something which is going to be a growth story as you move forward. So inaugurated in 2007, but I think it caught on from 2013 onwards when they got a large client called JCB, which set up its manufacturing destination over there. Has created close to 45,000 jobs already. 90 factories exist in this large industrial thing, and more than 5,000 crore investment has been made. So it's a 74-26 partnership with Mahindra and Rico, 74 owned by Mahindra and 26% owned by Rico as we speak right now. Just images of the Mahindra World City as it exists right now. This large building is the Infosys campus, and there are multiple other factories in the thing. So this is the area. The largest factory is about 158, close to about 115, 120 acres of JCB, which is one of the second largest factory. Apart from having a lot of industrial areas, and the center area is the entire SEZ zone. This is becoming an entire warehousing hub as well as a manufacturing hub. So it has delivery, Flipkart, Amazon, and that's where we are investing as well, right neighbors to these kind of tenants also at the same time. So land rates have gone consistently in that market. From back in 2018, where 566, it's now close to about 700 per square feet. That's the kind of land is gone, as well as tenants in terms of leasing. Most of the other tenants own their facilities, like JCB and Multiporto, etc. They own their own facilities, but tenants on the other side, which is the domestic tariff area, are on rent. So Amazon's at 26, deliveries at 23, Flipkart's at 20. And multiple other companies at that thing. So average rent is close to about 20 rupees in that market right now. And land is about 2.5 crores to 3 crores per acre right now in that market as well. So a part of that 3,000 acres, as you saw, the purple area is the whole SEZ area. The yellow is the social infrastructure, where they have universities for skill development and multiple other things which they are doing. And the orange area is the domestic tariff area, where they allow companies who are manufacturing for India only and not exporting proactively. So this unit is there. Like I said, you have Fackelman, you have delivery, you have Flipkart, and this is the portion where the 88,000 square feet is coming up for this particular tenant. Just the rendered images of the factory or the industrial facility which is getting built for him for a 9-year lock and 9-year lease. So terms and financials are clear. We are leasing this facility for 1,650. Like I said, the average rent is 20. So we are leasing at a substantially lower price, which is great from an upside standpoint in future, because as and when we'll have to release tomorrow in future, we'll be able to lease at a higher price. But we still make a good entry cap irrespectively, which is good. But like I said, when you're low rents and you have a long lock-in, the stickiness of the tenant, their rent will at least not be the reason why he's looking at moving out of the facility. For that matter, there's an escalation of 10% every 3 years. Lock-in, like I said, is for 9 years, and the lease is also 9 years. We'll take care of property tax and insurances. So rent starts for you as investors. There is a rent-free period for about 45 days, but we are taking care of that in the form of top-up and ensuring rents are paid from you from day one of your investment itself, right? So you get the understanding of how the rental yield would be like for you. So the average is going to be about close to about 10%. For the entire lease duration for yourself. The entire investment breakup, I'll show you guys the Excel sheet to understand the entire dynamics, the financial model as well. We like to be conservative. As much as you've seen the land prices growing at close to about 7 to 9% year on year in Mahindra World City over the years, but we like to be a conservative 5% growth. If we make 7, we'll hit 13, 14, 15% from a return standpoint for ourselves. So that's the investment thesis. It's an established industrial hub. We're investing early, and there is good amount of another 100, 200 acres of land available. So any opportunities in future, we'll keep getting on board to our platform for you to invest. Entry cap, the robust infrastructure, like I said, with the DMIC, the golden quadrilateral, you can understand how the good roads would be 6-lane roads which exist. We have a good long-term lock-in lease and obviously an excellent connectivity from infrastructure or from airport also at the same time. So management fee is same, performance fee is the same. We charge on CAGR, not on IRR. 10% is what you need to transfer as a part of EOI. It's a smaller asset. It's only a 21 crore asset. So would urge you guys to take a decision faster or ask any questions you have in the Q&A so that I'll happily answer all your questions, which can help you take your investment decision. So just about us, before I move into the Excel sheet and show you more images about the entire property, so we are a platform which identifies such opportunities and provides such opportunities to investors where they can invest and they can enjoy the rental returns where we manage everything on their behalf. CRE has been the top 3 asset classes in terms of performance, rather top 2 in terms of performance. Just last year, obviously, because of COVID, it was a dip, but otherwise, industrial side has been very resilient and has been on the biggest uptake from an investment standpoint, whether from us or from the market itself, from a lot of institutional funds who are doing it. Our metrics, we today are managing close to 450 crores. It's been close to 1.5 years since we've done. So we've thanks to all of you for the kind of trust you've shown to us, and we've been able to build this portfolio and a robust platform with all the feedback which you provided. The tenants in our portfolio, we today manage close to 1.7 million, 17 lakh square feet of office space and warehousing is what we are managing. Close to 1,200 unique investors have invested with a repeat of close to about 15 to 20%. So that's a healthy repeat which we're seeing, and that's how we want to sow. So most of it are CXOs and senior executives and family offices and NRIs who are participating through our platform. Our entire management, we've grown from strength to strength, from a 15-member team to now we are a 42-member team. We have 2 offices and we'll be soon opening another office in Delhi, probably in another quarter or 2 as such. So Priyanka and I started, Nihar heads our investments. Praveen leads acquisitions for us, comes from an IPC background. Nihar comes from private equity and private wealth background. And the rest of the team, all with some sort of the other real estate or fund management background, is what our entire management. Just the last 3 assets which we funded and the velocity, we've got phenomenal investor interest and very soon, and the development is also happening at a faster pace. So we'll be handing over the property to us, the developer, by December end, January mid, and then the tenant would move in for their dry access very soon for the microplastics which we want. Great. So as a platform, we handle everything for you. We take care of property tours. We are not doing it now, but we'll very soon for our Hosur Park, we're going to do an investor meet where everyone can come and see the entire park. Waiting for the B2 box to be complete, which is another month's time, and we'll be organizing that soon so that everyone can come and see how the entire, what your investments you have made into and how they look also very proactively. So we're going to organize that soon. We'll keep you guys informed so that you guys can come down and see your investments, what you made. We handle the entire lease negotiation, asset identification, tenant management, which we've been doing very proactively. Valuation report also we've done. We've taken only for one right now for our RANDocs, which we emailed to our investors. But for all the other things, we do it in 2 cycles in April and October. So in October, we'll be doing for all our assets and we'll be letting investors know what the value of their investments are. Apart from that, there's an entire dashboard where you can track all your investments. Our structure is simple for investors to understand. It's an SPV structure. We have escrow agents and trustees. So you transfer your money into that account and then we move to the SPV and SPV acquires the asset. So entire thing is institutionally driven and there are rules and regulations governed by the SPV itself. We issue 2 types of securities to you, 10% as equity and 90% as CCDs. The coupon rate of the rent is prorated to the coupon rate of the CCD is prorated to the rent. So whatever money comes is distributed to you on a month-on-month basis. So all the rents which go to you are on a month-on-month basis. Just the dashboard images so that you understand. Many of you are already existing investors, so you know how the entire platform operates. For people who are new, we closed around just about 2 months back from 3 large prominent investors from Kotak Investment Advisors and Gruhas, which is Nikhil Kamath of Zerodha and Abhijit Pai of Puzlona Group's Special Situations and a prop tech fund, very focused only on prop tech investments, and Elevation and Mayfield who back us. So in total, one of the highest in the entire democratization of CRE space, the most funded company we are. Again, thanks to all the kind of support and feedback we've always received from y'all to grow from strength to strength. But again, thanks to that overwhelming response, we're able to acquire better for you and identify these growth markets and bring such opportunities to your platform. So we moved our custodians and our trustee to universal trusteeship. I think we've informed all our investors about it. So all the property documents, etc., are maintained there. Our bankers are HDFC and as pro partners are ICICI Bank. I'll just give you some images of the Mahindra World City Jaipur so that you're aware. This is how the entire development looks like. The office area where Infosys, Deutsche Bank, ICICI, etc., have their offices. Multiple other tenants who have their offices over there. This is the mammoth 120, 130 acre JCB factory, which exists, which is close to, I think, about 14 lakh square feet to 15 lakh square feet in terms of built up, and rest is, garden and parking area to park all their equipments. The other tenants and all their factories, which are there. Porto, which is a large company which has their facilities. This is the aerial image of the park, the other side of the DTA, so that you are aware of how it is. This is the other side where we are investing, where Sandar is. Flipkart, Amazon, etc., have their facilities. So it's just giving you glimpses of the images of the properties so that you get a fair bit of an idea of what the entire park looks like. In this thing, there is no stamp duty because it's waived off on the government, so we'll only be paying 1% registration on the land. We'll be buying the land on a long-term lease from Mahindra itself directly, so it's going to be from that. Legal fees and reserves, the entire financial model is available on the drive. You'll have access, you can play around, and you can know what is the net IRR return. So as an investor, if you feel, no, we can hit 7, 8, 9% in terms of appreciation, please change your number here and automatically you'll know what is the net IRR returns post capital gains tax, which you would be making out of here. So the model automatically captures for capital gains tax subject to indexation, and it is crystal clear given to you. I have a small video of Mahindra World City, which is there on YouTube. I just thought I'll probably show you guys and then probably hit to Q&A for everyone to answer all your questions.
Inspired Mahindra Group to build Mahindra World City. A well-designed city is almost a living thing, a vibrant space where people can interact and live in ways that enhance them. That is the dream with which Mahindra World City was created. A dream to create a self-supporting urban ecosystem. Mahindra World Cities are built on the premise of livelihood, living, and life. Mahindra World City is a responsible business model, creating economic nerve centers located at high growth corridors, focusing on economic growth and social development. Mahindra World City targets creating favorable conditions and infrastructure for businesses, thereby driving job creation and economic growth. Co-located residential and social infrastructure to provide a robust support system for people at Mahindra World City. Raises the quality of life through cultural events, sports, music fests, and much more. India's first integrated city, Mahindra World City Chennai, established in 2002, spans 1550 acres. Mahindra World City Jaipur, established in 2006, spans across 3,000 acres. At Mahindra World City, we provide a head start to your business. Our best-in-class infrastructure and services allows you to take your business from strength to strength. Mahindra World City offers a unique advantage of a special economic zone along with a domestic tariff area in the same premises. Over 140 companies, ranging from services to manufacturing, have made Mahindra World City their home. We chose MWCJ as the location for our factory as it offered integrated facilities for our business. The proximity to the national highway, availability of skilled manpower, and being on the proposed Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor helped us to make the decision. At Mahindra World City, sustainability is a key differentiator where we measure up to global standards. Corporate social responsibility is also a strong focus area. Leveraging the expertise in building India's leading integrated cities, Mahindra World City is now expanding its footprint through industrial cluster in Chennai and Ahmedabad. Mahindra World City provides an ideal ecosystem for businesses and citizens to flourish true to their fullest potential. Mahindra World City. A city is more than a place in space. It is a drama in time. Mahindra World City.
Yeah, this was just as an idea so that you guys get an idea about where you're investing, and this is a very rare opportunity in itself, and we're very excited to bring this opportunity through the platform.